Hey guys, Kris Gethin here. Today we had a badass workout, and I had one with none other than IFBB Pro Arnold Classic winner, Olympia runner-up, Branch Warren. I've trained with Branch many times over the years. The first time I believe was in 2006 in Metroflex in Texas, and today, January 2018, we are training in the Mecca gym in Meridian, close to Boise here in Idaho, so now he's on my turf. However, we followed Branch's lead for this workout today, and we were just hitting triceps. We'd both been training hard during the week. I'd just come from training earlier at Gold's Gym in Venice with Danny Hessler, and he'd done a back workout earlier. So we decided we'd just hit triceps, and nothing too insane, nothing too crazy by our standards. We both want to stay injury-free these days, and that's exactly how we played the game of triceps. We begun, as usual, with cable extensions, always doing a push-down movement to begin with. I think is much better as opposed to doing something overhead to begin with, because that puts your tricep tendon in a vulnerable position stretched over the elbow joint. So we did a few sets there warming up, and as you can see, the weight was a little bit too light for us. So we got a 10 plate, then we put a 20 kilo plate, 45 pound, and to add some extra resistance so we could knock out some heavier weight there with a lot of volume. We were pushing out about 20 repetitions per set on this quote-unquote warm-up exercise, and we did about 4 sets there in total. And then once we finished there, we went on to the close grip bench press. Now, as opposed to having the elbows very tight to the sides, what we'll do on this every now and again, and instead of coming down to our chest, we'll come down to our heads, or to our chin, I should say, and we'll flare the elbows out. Again, just to get a different feeling and contraction within the triceps. So we started off with the outer head of the triceps, then with this, we're working basically all 3 heads and the middle head of the tricep. So we worked up to a heavier weight, knocking out about 12 to 15 repetitions on this exercise. And we did about 3 sets on there. Try and get nasty, motherfucker. Come on. Come, Brad. You fucking got this, son. Come on. Let's go. To the fucking roof. Yes. Yep. Your ball. Your ball. Come on. Let's fucking have it, son. Come on. Push. Yes. All fucking day. Hey, come on. Pull. Nice. Yep, push, and again, all you, come on, let's go, up, nice, perfect, 2, up, yep, more down with it, come on, come on, one more, Once we finished on that compound movement, we went back to an isolation movement that is a push down. However, this time we changed the attachments and did rope extensions. Now with a rope, you can't go quite as heavy as doing an overhand grip. So we went, with that weight stack. We didn't need to put any more weight on that stack, and we were knocking out about 15 repetitions with strict form, and then we were pushing out around another 10 repetitions using a little bit more of a ballistic movement, considering we'd already warmed up, we'd already gone fatigued, our muscles had already weakened, so then we were able to knock out a few with a ballistic type movement without the risk of injury. And we did about 3 to 4 sets there, only resting long enough between any one of these exercises for each one of us to go. So as soon as one person had finished the movement, the other person went. And that's generally how both Branch and I prefer to train, with a lot of intensity. Workouts don't take long, however fatigue gets in quick, and you've obviously got to be somewhat cardiovascularly fit. And then lastly, we finished off with an exercise which I admit is not a personal favorite of mine, and that's only because I can't get a good enough contraction, I feel, in this exercise than I can in others. If I do a kickback, I usually do it with a cable. However, I asked Branch to lead the way, so that he did. So we finished with dumbbell kickbacks, and we went up quite a weight on this. We started off with about 40 pounds, then went up to 50 pounds, and I think we finished at about 50, 65 pounds here. And trying to keep it as strict as possible with that weight. And we were hitting out about 15 repetitions with this exercise. So really the repetitions didn't really go any lower than 15 on any exercise, and we kept the intensity there. And obviously with the focus on staying injury free, this is the kind of intensity and weights that we were working with. But it was a very good workout. It was quick, it was intense, there wasn't much talking going on, and neither should be. You just want to feed off the aura of each other's intensity and make sure that you get the best out of each other and push each other, and don't need to draw it out any longer than you have to. So it was a good workout, and straight to the gym tomorrow to hit biceps. And as soon as we finished, I made sure that I had my re-caged immediately post-workout. Of course, about 30 minutes before this workout, I had pre-caged, and as you can see during this workout, you could see that I was sipping on the in-caged, just to make sure that my muscles were engorged the whole time, and I was trying to ward off that lactic acid buildup. So, off to recover and hit biceps tomorrow.